you meet new people, you meet new ideas, and it's always really like gives you so much more than what you can give to it.
No, it gives you energy, right?
Yeah.
Once you see that you do something meaningful and you see it impacts people in a positive way, it's the best feeling in the world in many ways.
Definitely.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the London Café Taverne here at Place de Luxembourg, and we are meeting with Gaia and Adrienne from Plastic Free Plux, which is a citizen initiative whose goal is to remove single-use plastic cups from this place in Brussels. And so, when did you start that, Adrienne? Was it like...
So the story started 2017, somewhere in the summer, June, July, when we realized, so Plastic Free Plux, Plux stands for Place de Luxembourg, which is the square just in front of the European Parliament here in Brussels. And we realized that every Thursday here, hundreds of people gather for an after-work drink and networking. However, the problem was that drinks are served in single-use plastic cups, such as these ones. And in fact, somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000 of them are thrown away every Thursday. And we decided with this project to do something about it.
And that's just Place de Luxembourg, right? So imagine all of the different places just in Brussels, and then multiply that by all the cities around the world. It's kind of incredible.
A huge impact on our environment, on our animals, also on us as humans, because as we know, plastics end up in our food chain.
And so you decided to do something about it. What did you do? What did
So
you
we
start?
started simply with refusing single-use plastic cups by bringing our own mugs and coffee cups and demanding the bartenders to serve the drinks in those. However, we realized that didn't go that well, so we decided to do one step further and introduce our own reusable cups.
When did you join this initiative?
I was with a friend, and we got actually the single-use plastic cups, and I was really pissed off about it. And they just passed by.
The way it should be.
Yeah, and then just 2 seconds after, they just passed by and asked for this deposit and trying to just explain to me how it was working. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna take it. And next week I was going back again and took it again. And after that's when I took like the name of Plastic Free Plux and drop an email. And after we meet up,
so you just send them an email saying like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah,
how can I help?
It's really cool. How can I help? And after we had a meeting and they were really kind of open, because they said like what can you do for us? How can we better involve you? And I was like, maybe I can do something for social media. So that's how I started. I found the project really interesting, and now I'm sitting here with them.
So many things interesting about this story. So first, it's about you started with just mugs. You were bringing in basically your own mugs, right? And then you upgraded. That was the V1. And then you did the V2, which was more like already reusable plastic cups.
Yeah, the second phase was more this pilot project that we did with 300 cups.
So the things was like to be constant, and every first we were there from 6 p.m. till like 11, something like this, and everybody, so we were just under the stadium, and you could see like how people were always searching for us. So they were like kind of clients, always coming for that, and always like, yes, I see you all the time, or I know about it from friends. And after, people were like really interesting and also wanted to make their own change, to be part of the change.
That's great. It's a virus, right? Once you see citizens getting active, you feel like, this is cool. Like I also want to get active and do something. So what I really like about the way you like those different steps, really, right? The first step was like no investment, you just use what you have. Second step, you make some investment to make your own cups. But what I like about that second step is that you actually didn't have to wait for anyone's permission.
Right.
You just basically went to the place, right, and just did it, which I think is brilliant. And then there was a third step after that.
Right. We realized that, of course, we can't stand in the middle of the square for forever. This needs to move. this needs to move inside the bars, and actually that the bars themselves are the ones who rent the cups. And so with the gathered data and months of being active on the square, we approach the bar owners. The feedback from them is very positive. So most of the cups are returned back to them, so they wash it, And yeah, it seems like it's a working deposit return system.
Can you tell us more about how you actually work? Like, how often do you meet? Like,
So we are 9 people now in the
9
team.
people. Okay.
9 people, and each of us, it's like I think that the really nice part is that we complete each other, because it's like we always meet every 2 weeks, but we get contact every day basically.
What is the best advice you could give to other citizens who would love to also, become active and, free from plastic, other places, other squares in Brussels or elsewhere, in other cities around the world?
You can gather a team from communicating first through, let's say, social media, and naturally people who are like-minded will contact you and try to join the team.
Because is that how you started, like at the very, very beginning?
Yeah.
Like, did you just gather some friends, or you just
yeah.
directly one individual created a Facebook group, or how did that?
How did that go? Let me think. So that was maybe 3-4 people at that moment, but that we realized this issue. We were hanging out at that time, and we wanted to do. That time we were part of the trainees group at the European Commission for 5 months, and we decided, all right, we have these 5 months. Let's do something concrete. We gathered 4 or 5 people, and we created a Facebook group, a Twitter account, and started to bring our own mug. And this was interesting. People were asking us, are you drinking coffee at 7 p.m. here in the square? It was very, very funny, and started the conversation, which actually what you want to achieve, right? To start a conversation.
Which is something like, actually, it's good to know, right? Because like sometimes people wonder, like, oh, I have an idea, I'm gonna create a Facebook group, and people just think that it's gonna just work like that. But I think it's good to first have kind of the buy-in of at least one another person, just to check that sanity check.
Exactly.
Making sure that, okay, you're not crazy, that at least 2 or 3 people think that's a good idea, are willing to be involved at the beginning. Great. And so from your perspective, Gaia, as a citizens who wants to get involved into an existing citizen initiative, like what would be your advice?
I think especially if you find this kind of initiative in the city and Brussels is really active for this, the easier way was as I did, to be honest, try to drop by an email and see what's really about the project. If you can give an help, how much time you can invest it.
Yeah, because people are oftentimes afraid of reaching out, right? But indeed, they shouldn't be worried. But also from my experience, it's also not always easy for citizen initiatives to basically absorb kind of someone new. So how did you handle that? Because everybody is busy.
Yeah.
There is it's not a hierarchy with a structure, with with a command and control. No, it's everyone who is volunteer. So how do you manage that, and what is the best way to make it work?
I think it's always about your willing, because everybody of us have some kind of passions and have spare time for sure, and it's about how much you want to get involved into it. You meet new people, you meet new ideas, and it's always really gives you so much more than what you can give to it, sometimes.
No, it gives you energy, right? Once you see that you do something meaningful and you see it impacts people in a positive way, it's the best feeling in the world in many ways.
Definitely.
Great. So if you want to have a nice drink on Thursday evening, you can come to Place de Luxembourg. You will find all of those reusable plastic cups. And this is thanks to their great citizen initiative. So I can't wait to see more citizen initiatives like that, so that we can free all squares from all of those plastic cups. So thank you so much for your citizen initiative. This is awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. See you, everyone. At the end.
Yes, that's my name.
The aim is to change all the square.